Hi. Today we're going to review 2021 and set intention for 2022. I started this earlier this month with my good friend Shara and her community, and I was just so blown away how it really got me to distill my intentions and my thinking and all of what I've been through and what it's meant for me. And reviewing 2021, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, right? Very Dickens. But I know I've grown so much through it. I was kind of forced to grow with losing my sister and my parents, and that kind of set the tone for the beginning of the year. But it didn't. Life had so much more to show me and to teach me and to offer me. So I've created connections in different communities, and I'm so grateful for that. And those connections are what I take with me. What I leave behind, and I've talked about this previously, I leave behind judgment. Because judgment was like this huge wall that I couldn't get around. And now I'm choosing to get around it, to get through it, to move through it, to see it for what it is, and keep going and not letting it define me or anyone else, and not letting it stop me. So judgment was gone. And connection stays. Take a deep breath. I had amazing times in 2021. I got to go to Naples, Florida. I got to go to Sedona, Arizona. I got to be in these beautiful spaces with beautiful people who generally are forever in my heart. And I'm just so appreciative of their presence in my life. The biggest, of course, was my daughter's wedding. That was my favorite day. It was the best day. It was the best day. On Christmas, we watched the video that my grandson edited of the day, and to relive it, and it was like, yes, that really happened, that was true. And then it was time for my speech, and I started speaking, and I couldn't watch myself. I was cringing, and it was just so hard for me to listen to my voice and to look at me on camera. And my family was like, you gotta watch, like this is the best. Like, they love it. They loved my speech. They loved seeing me. So why couldn't I? So there's a little residual judgment that has to go out the window. But I'm grateful because I did write the speech with so much loving intention. I wanted it, of course, to be perfect, and I wanted it to touch my daughter and say all the right words and all the right things. And she says more than once that I did. She says it was her favorite speech. And she does not like to see me cringing when I hear it. So that's my motivation, to leave judgment behind and take connection forward. So going forward in 2022, so there's 3 2s there. So when there's repeating numbers like that, it's a big It's a sign. It's a sign. It's, I'm going to say it's a green flag. Yes, it's a green flag to go, to move. And I would notice like repeating numbers all the time before I really understood what it meant. That I learned and I understood that it's to pay attention, and the numbers all have their own meaning. So repeating twos are about planting the seeds, planting your garden, right? Creating. And I'll tell a quick story. When I was contemplating whether or not to go into yoga teacher training, I was working in corporate, and I've been in corporate since I was 19 years old. So I didn't know anything else other than working a full-time job. And I was dreaming of doing this teacher training. I wanted it to be my life. I knew it. I felt so unfulfilled in my work, and I wanted to be fulfilled. So I'm at my desk, and I always have like my own personal websites on, just to get me, through the day, so I felt human instead of machine. And I look at the clock, and it was 2:22. And I knew in that moment I had to make a decision. So I went into the website, filled out the application for the teacher training, sent it in. That moment changed my life. It sent me on the trajectory to where I am now. That was my last corporate job. I haven't gone back. And the teacher training created a whole new career for me. So 2022, it's the year to plant the garden, to sow the seeds. And I have got fertile ground underneath me. I know that. Everything that I've been through is the foundation for me to spring ahead, to spring forward, to level up. And that is my intention for 2022. I have a few words that is like the essence for it. And one of the words is prosperity. That I am prosperous, and not just financially, but with my connections and with all the things that I love. There's a bounty of books and places to go and experience to have and classes to take and retreats to go on. And I just want all of that, and creating these experiences that I get to share with other like-hearted people. So that is my intention for 2022. And I'm so grateful for my communities that have held my hand to get me to this space so I can offer this, and we'll see what unfolds for 2022. But I'm taking the action, walking the walk, talking the talk, and moving forward, planting those seeds. So my invitation is for you to create your own review. Maybe take out a piece of paper and just write everything down what you experienced in 2021. And what are you appreciative of? And what can you leave behind in 2021? And then looking forward to 2022, what do you want to create? What is your intention? What is the seeds in your garden? Thank you so much for listening, spending this time with me. As always, the light within you is seen and honored by the light within me. Namaste.